Hello, I'm Jammy Roger. Really pleased to see you. I thought tonight, now that the Seville oranges are in season, that we would show you how, just really how we make this luscious orange marmalade that is so popular down here in Cornwall. Right, to start with, we have to thank our supplier, Andy Dennis at Total Produce, for our absolute superb supply of wonderful Seville marmalade oranges. Laura will start preparing the oranges. The first thing to do is to take all the nibs out and wash the oranges clean. We add 2 or 3 lemons in just to give it that bit of acidity, that bit of tang. Having got all the oranges prepped and clean, we put them into the pan, 6 pounds of oranges, 3 lemons, with 7 pints of water. And there we boil them until all we're left with is 1 pint of liquor in the bottom of the pan. By this time, the oranges are collapsing on themselves and forming a pulp inside. What Laura's doing is cutting the oranges in half to reveal the inside flesh, and inside you'll find there's plenty of pips. Now there's a lot of pectin on the pips, and we need that. We need that to set the marmalade at a later stage. But also we need all the pith and the flesh to go back in, because that provides the substance and the density of the marmalade. Too many marmalades are just made with the peel, and it's like a jelly and peel. If you use all of the orange, including the pips, including the flesh and the pith, it provides substance to the marmalade. Now what Laura's doing is taking out all the bits and pieces inside the orange, putting it back into the pan, separating the pips out, and then chopping into relatively fine pieces, but still chunky, so that you get a lovely mouth appeal and mouth feel from proper marmalade. Right, the pips are now in the saucepan. We'll add a certain amount of water. It's very discretionary. That's about enough. It's about a pint or so gone in there. We then put the pips, give them a quick stir, and let them boil until we're sure we got all the pectin out. In the meantime, this next pan is really beginning to heat up. You see the skinning on it. It's just about 90 degrees at the moment. We've got to get it up to 105 and hold it there for about 10 minutes at 105. And this is a critical point, really, because at 105 it's so easy to get it stuck on the bottom. The reason I hold it for about 10 minutes at 105 is to caramelize the sugar, so you then get that deep, rich color to it. The oven needs to go on now to over 100 degrees so that the jars are all sterilized. I hold them at 100 degrees for about 10 minutes. There's nothing then going to survive inside them. Total sterilization. Because I add no preservatives to our marmalade at all. It is just pure oranges, lemons, sugar, nothing else. In the meantime, the oranges on my left, on this side, are bubbling away nicely. It takes about 3 hours to reduce the volume of water down. But what happens is that the liquor that is left retains all the flavour and the oils of the orange skins. And by the way, these are not waxed oranges. The pips this side are nearly done. I can see that the pectin is coming out of them now, and it'll soon be ready to put back into the other bowl that is over there that Laura is prepping. We were very lucky when we really started our marmalade production in being encouraged by 15 restaurants who were looking for a local quality supplier. we've been now supplying them for about 4 or 5 years with both jars of marmalade and through the season 3-kilo tubs, like every week, or we've managed to sell to quite a number of local hotels like the Dal Swinton Hotel, the Falcon Inn, Blue Bay Restaurant, Porthvia, even Scarlet Hotel, might I add, have come down for the marmalade. Now we're getting just over 100 degrees. It's just coming up to the jam temperature. Once it reaches that temperature, I'll turn the gas down slightly and let it caramelize so that you get that lovely, lovely toffee flavor almost in the marmalade. Right, I'm just letting the bubbles subside now. It's cooked. It's got this rich colour, really beautiful deep orange colour. All the peel is opaque. Now I'm going to get the jars out of the oven because they're sterilised. They've been at 100 degrees for about 10 minutes. But here we go. There's my beautiful jars. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Right, here we go then, dear. Got the lids? Right. Wow, that's hot. Just to let you know, we use special lids here. If you look at the lid, it's got a little dimple in it, and when the jar cools, the dimple goes inwards, so that you know nothing has penetrated that jam at all. This is the last jar. We've made, how many there? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 22 there, 23 jars worth every penny of 5 hours hard work. And that's not just me, that includes everybody. There we go, that's it. Perfect. Lid on, screw down. Wonderful.
Okay, the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
It's nice, actually. It's really nice.
I made one pan from start to finish. I know this sounds absolutely daft, but it takes about 5 hours to make 24 jars of marmalade. That's why we do it in 2 or 3 batches, because you can at least then start going through and have almost a production line. Ah, Laura, there's a pip.